Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the Starline by the best-selling comedy recording artist in history. Actor, writer, producer, Emmy Award winner, and just weird. You've seen him in UHF. We welcome the legendary Weird Al Yankovic.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Absolutely great, Al. Let's go beyond the mic. You've teamed up with 12 animators and 11 well-known songs to create the new single, Polkamania.
Woo!
How did working with these animators creating this anijam make you feel?
It made me feel pretty great. I've worked with many of these animators before on other projects, and a few I have been a fan of for years, and I haven't had a chance to work with them before. And it's nice. I'm at a place in my career where I can pick up the phone and people are excited to work with me, so I was thrilled with it.
And you just go, hi, it's Al. I need your help here. Which song did you almost put in, but it just didn't fit?
Well, I was considering putting in Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter because I kind of figured like we need a song from this year, and my daughter was like, "Oh, you got to use that one as the song of the summer." But we just were up against the deadline, and I couldn't work it in. But you know, if I had another week to work on this song, we would have had that one in there too.
I know it's the 10th anniversary of your last album, but why was releasing Polkamania important for you to do right now?
I wanted to do something special for the 10th anniversary of my last album because, I haven't really put out a lot of material in the last decade. And I'm hoping we're going to be going on the road at some point in the future. And I just want to have new material to be able to play. And also over the last 10 years, there are so many big hits that came along that I haven't gotten the Weird Al treatment, and I kind of feel like I've been neglecting my duties, so I'm kind of making up for lost time with this polka medley.
Al, how has music touched your soul?
Well, in a very deep and profound way. If you peel back the layers and expose the real Al that nobody knows, I'm just made of music. My lungs, my pancreas.
It's all music.
It's all music.
It just touches me right here.
A little lower. There, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Weird Al Yankovic. His new single is Polkamania, and he joins us beyond the mic for the Rockin' 8. Al, all this is 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There is no pressure.
Okay, if you say so.
Which song of yours didn't get the love you thought it should have?
It's all about the Pentiums. White and Nerdy came down the line a few years later and was a huge hit, but I thought It's All About the Pentiums in the late 90s was just as good, and it just kind of never got the response.
You talked about your daughter helping you with this song. What's the best thing about your daughter?
Oh, gosh, she's just the sweetest thing in the world. For me, boy, it's hard to pick one. She's super artistic. That's one of her majors in college. And as a father, as a parent, you don't want to encourage your daughter to go into the arts, but she's just so good that I can't help it. I mean, she's really a talented person.
My mom and dad were like, "You're going to be in radio? You sure about that?"
Right.
How many times have you seen Hamilton live?
I think three or four. I saw it at the Public Theater before it hit Broadway, and then I saw it on Broadway, and I saw the LA production of it. That sounds like 3. I'm going to go with 3.
Would you ever write a musical?
I certainly wouldn't rule it out. I'm halfway to an EGOT at this point, so I figured, I got to go for that Tony now. We'll see.
Then all you need is an Oscar, and you're done. There you go.
Do the movie version of the musical, and I'm all done, yeah.
Best thing about Maui?
Oh, gosh, it's so great. I mean, if you go to the west side of the island, it's all the 4-star hotels and that experience. And the east side of the island, you're in the jungle, baby, and there's nothing to do, which is kind of the point. So it's everything you want. It's my favorite place in the world. Last
live concert that wasn't your own that you attended?
Oh, what was it? Gosh, I don't go out to a lot of live shows. I'd have. It's terrible. I'd have to really think about that. It's been a little while.
Which musical artist today has captured your imagination?
Oh gosh, they all do. I'm a little off the pop culture radar. My daughter's the person that has the aux in the car, as they say. I think the last band that really excited me was Wet Leg.
I have to point out I'm way behind on my Westwood One affidavits. Thank goodness I never had to get a call from you complaining I was behind. You studied to be an architect. Other than working at Westwood One, what was the one job you really wanted growing up?
Well, my number one job that I wanted to do was to be a full-time Weird Al, and that worked out just fine. Yeah, I can't imagine anything I would have rather have done. I mean, architecture was something that I thought I wanted to do when I was 12 years old. And I went to college and got the degree and then realized it wasn't my passion. And yeah, I don't know what else, what else I would have been cut out for, but this job suits me just fine.
Let's sneak in one more with Weird Al Yankovic Beyond the Mic. Al, you've continued to reinvent yourself. How has music changed from when you first started recording tapes for the legendary Dr. Demento to now?
You know, I like to think that I've gotten better at what I do in the last 40 years. I mean, when I first started sending in tapes to Dr. Demento, I was literally a teenager recording songs in his bedroom on a tiny little cassette tape recorder. And now I use professional tape recorders and I have beautiful 24-track bedrooms. So it's a much nicer experience for everybody.
It's time for One Big Question with Weird Al Yankovic Beyond the Mic. Al, how does your music change if it was released today?
How does it change? Well, back in the day, everything was done analog, which audiophiles still prefer. Like, it's got to be recorded on tape for that beautiful, you got to hear that tape hiss. I'm not big on surface noise and all that kind of stuff. I like digital. I like being able to move waveforms around if you didn't get a syllable exactly in tune. So I like that. So, I think the recording techniques have gotten better, and I've really leaned into that.
Since you're stuck waiting for a flight, are you afraid of flying?
Without a plane, yeah, that would be terrifying. Otherwise, not so much.
He loves that his daughter is super artistic, has seen Hamilton 3 times, and wants you to hear his new song, Polkamania. Weird Al Yankovic, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut. If you're enjoying these conversations, please check out another Beyond the Mic episode to find more actors, artists, and people you need to know. We'd also appreciate a like and subscribe on the Good Pods app.